Yo, what's going on to all my fellow thinkers, man? It's the first video, baby. I just wanted to start off with a little intro, just a quick thing, just kind of going over how the channel is going to be, going over what I'm about, kind of talking about credibility, things that, reasons as to why you should listen to me, besides the fact that I just know. Will knows, man. No, but so basically, what I like to do, I like to pose ideas. I like to make people think. For the past probably maybe 4 or 5 years, I've been doing deep self-analysis as well as research and studying on philosophy, psychology, and neuroscience. I start college on August 16th. My major is going to be psychology. I'm also taking a sociology class. That's what I'm about. I'm all about ideas. I'm all about, growing your mind, changing, and I'm all about life in general, naturalism, life. So basically, my channel is just going to be me talking about just my knowledge, my info that I've been applying to my life over the past few years, and stuff that I feel like works. I feel like it works in my life. I feel like it can work in anyone's life if you really believe in the info, if you really take the knowledge in. And I just like to pose ideas. It's not me trying to convince anyone of anything. I just want to go over here and express my ideas to people. Let them be heard, let them be known, so that people can take them in. It can process through their brain, and hey, maybe they create their own ideas, or they take them in and they use them in their own life and try to benefit themselves. So that's what my channel is going to be about, my credibility. I'm going to be going to school for the next few years about psychology, neuroscience, philosophy. Of course, I'm going to continue to do my studying. I watch all types of motivational speakers, all types of neuroscientists, and just people like that in general who have big credibility in this industry. And so I've been doing my research, I've been doing my studying, and I think it's beautiful to talk about ideas, talk about, knowledge and info that you have, and expressing them to other people so that, they can think about it, create their own stuff. So that's really what I'm about, and that's what this channel is going to be about. So as you can tell by the title of the video, we're getting straight to it. First video, bam, responsibility. I'm going to bring up, just the idea of taking responsibility over your life, and just challenge you guys to really think about, the things that are going on in your life, and hopefully, you come out a changed human. Hopefully you come out realizing that you have more power, more control than you think. So let me, just start off talking about why it's important. All of the great thinkers that I've listened to, all of the great people that I've ever, studied from, they talk about power, they talk about control. And I don't mean over other people. When I talk about power and control, I never mean over other people. Those are things that you cannot control. Other people's energy, other people's thoughts, other people's emotions. Those are the things that you don't want to mess with, because that will come around and bite you in the butt. The thing that I'm talking about is your own life, your own thoughts, your emotions, your interactions, the way you take in information, the way you talk to people, the way you feel towards people. Those are things that you can control, but some people still don't take responsibility for it. They just do things. They go through the motions in their life, and they're like, oh, well, I'm just going to do this with no consequences. But everything you do comes back and bites you in the butt. So you really have to be self-aware and take responsibility for the things that are going on in your life, because this is the main reason why I think it's important. When you take responsibility for the things in your life, you begin to build up caution. You get cautious of the things you're doing. The little thing, even the little tiniest bits of things, what you do right before you go to bed, what you do right when you wake up, you begin to feel stressed, but it's a good stress, because it's like, am I really doing what I should be doing right now? Because me knowing that I'm responsible for everything that goes on in my life, do I really want to do this right now? Because I know it's going to come around in the future and bite me in the butt. If you take responsibility for the things that are going on right now, you get a control of your future, because everything you do eventually comes around to you. That's the point that I'm trying to get across. When you realize that, hey, I have the control over what I'm doing now, because I know what I'm doing now is going to affect me later, you get cautious of your life. You begin to self-analyze. You get very self-aware of yourself, because you realize, hey, I don't want to do this, this, and that if it's going to lead to this, this, and that. You start to set yourself up for excess. You start to set yourself up for things that you want to happen in your life. And it's all in your control. Good or bad, left or right, upside down, frontwards, backwards, it's all up to you. It's all your fault. But that's a good thing, because then, when something good happens, it was you that did it. It was all up to you. But when something bad happens, come on, man, what did I do that set myself up for this failure? I don't believe in failure, but people call it that. That's the word that a lot of people use. What did I do that set myself up for this? And then you self-analyze. Okay, I did this, this, and this, which made this, this, and this happen. And then you start to realize, okay, well, maybe I can switch it up. Maybe I can do this, this, and that. And when you do that with every single thing in your life, you become so disciplined that there's no time for things that you don't have control over, like other humans, people who aren't benefiting you, people who, situations, interactions that you're not getting anything from. You don't have time for that because you're so self-aware, you're so in control, you're so responsible that you realize, okay, these are my goals. This is what I want to see happen in my life. So these are the actions I'm going to take. These are the thoughts I'm going to think. And with these thoughts, I'm going to produce these emotions. So when you start to be at fault for everything in your life, it's almost like you can only see benefits. You can only benefit from your life. Your life is only beautiful and it's nothing else because you get a certain level of control over yourself. You know what to think and what not to think. You know what to give certain energy to, certain emotions to, and what not to emphasize, and you convince yourself of things that you know is going to set yourself up for success. Why would I convince myself of something that I don't want to see happen in my life? It's little keys like that, little questions that you have to ask yourself. Why am I thinking this if I don't want it to be true? Why would I allow these things to happen in my life if I don't like them? Those are the types of questions that you have to ask yourself. And by, even just thinking about the word responsibility every single second, every single day of your life, you're going to start to be more self-aware. And the main thing, of course it is taking responsibility, but it's all the little things that happen, beneath that. When you start to think about the idea of responsibility, it's the self-analysis, the control, the power, the happiness, just the little things that go underneath, and it's just a beautiful thing. And that's what it's really about, the beauty of it, because there are no rules, there are no laws, there's nothing in life that has power over you unless you give your power to it. And again, these realizations that I'm talking about are realizations. They're real things that I've had to endure in my life, that I've had to understand, that I've had to experience firsthand. You're not really going to get the full grasp of it until you start to apply it to your life. And that's my credibility. Everything that I speak about, I apply to my life. I'm not going to talk about something that I haven't already applied and I haven't already went through. And by went through, it's not some rigorous thing. You just have to start thinking about it every day in your daily life. And that's technically you applying it to your life. And, listening to people, taking in opinions, all that types of stuff, those are all things that I do. That's my credibility as to why I feel like I should bring these up to you guys, bring these topics, bring these thoughts up to you guys, because I feel like they're important and it's beautiful to take stuff in and grow from it and change from it. And that's just another aspect of taking responsibility. Just the benefits from it. You can only see benefits because you start to convince yourself of things that you want to happen in your life. So change, growth happens, and only in ways that you want it to happen. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna just wrap it up right here, bro, with the challenging part, because I want to end it talking a little bit about just humans and why this stuff probably might not get across to the majority of people. They're weak. They're scared and they're weak. They don't want the power. You have to want it. That's the main thing. You can take all the information in you want, but if you don't want it to work, if you don't want it to be applied to your life, just forget it, bro. Forget it. Brush it off, because it doesn't matter. You're never going to change. You're never going to grow. Challenge yourself, okay? It's not easy. It's not easy. That's the point. Okay? If this information was stuff that everyone was applying to their life, we would all be gods. But we're not. We're human. Okay? People are scared and they're weak. They're afraid. Oh no, this, and this happened in my life. That's not my fault. I'm gonna brush it off. I'm gonna put it on this, and that. And that's how people never change, never grow. You have to want it. You have to want the challenge. You have to want to endure everything that comes along with taking responsibility. Because if you can't handle it, you're going to get weeded out just like the rest of them. If you really want to achieve what you want to achieve, if you want to set your life up for the things that you want to see happen in your life, you have to be willing to sacrifice. You have to be willing to endure the stress, the pain, everything that goes along with it. It's not an easy process. It's not easy. And that's why you see a lot of people, excuses are one of the biggest things. Excuses and doubt. Those are the two killers of all dreams, ideas, goals, emotions. They're killers. They're murderers of everything. Okay? Excuses and doubt. And the only reason why those are a thing is because humans are weak. Humans are afraid of enduring the mental process of having to take responsibility of the things in your life. So, my advice, be prepared. Take time. Everything takes time. Take time to prepare yourself for the stress that's going to be put upon you. And it's not going to be easy. Taking responsibility is something that most people don't do. And even to this day, I can admit there are some situations where I need to take 100% responsibility for it because I'm not doing it. But with this information, I'm applying it to my life every single day, and I'm creating habits. That's the main thing. Taking responsibility is a habit that you have to create. And it's not easy, and it takes time. That's the thing. But weakness, doubt, excuses, you have to cut that crap out, bro. For real. Cut that out of your life. 100%. And you know, those things are habits. Just like anything else in your life, it's a habit. So but listen though, the same way you got into those habits is the same way you can get out. Convince yourself of something that you want to get out of. You know, if you think, hey, if you think you're weak, it took time for you to convince yourself that you are weak. So the same process that you did to convince yourself that you're weak, convince yourself that you're strong. That's what I'm trying to say. Undo your bad habits and create the ones that you want to see happen in your life. And that's only going to happen through responsibility. You can't benefit from things, and you can't take control over what's going on in your life if you don't have responsibility over your life. And that's just the main thing, man. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this video. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff like this. I'm going to challenge you guys. I'm going to bring thoughts to you guys. And hopefully you guys change. Hopefully you guys come out of these videos a whole new person. And challenge me in the comments. I don't care. Look, I like that stuff. I love that stuff. Challenge me in the comments. Disagree. Give me your opinion. I'd love to read them. I'd love to hear them. Thank you, guys.